For the last 15 years, I reinvented myself many times. In a way, I completely changed who I was to become who I really wanted to be. I call it a rebirth of my soul. Basically, I let my old self die to rebirth my new self, to become my new me. Independent of where I am in life, I need to shed my old self to become who I really want to be right now. I describe this process as an awakening, and I make peace with my mistakes, and I work hard on myself to align with the person I really want to become. Because sometimes when you stay stagnant on the energy that doesn't serve you anymore, things don't progress and life can maybe seem disappointing. And in this video, I'm gonna share how you can reinvent yourself no matter your situation and age. And if you like videos like this, make sure to like and subscribe to this channel because it helps me a lot. And remember, it's completely free. Be kind in the comments. First thing you're gonna have to do is questioning everything you do, every single relationship that you have with your friends, with your family, at work. Do you really like your job? Do you really want to be doing this your whole life? Are you okay with having a toxic partner that makes you feel horrible? Are you okay with the way you save your money? Are you okay with your lifestyle? Is this really the life that you want to live? You need to start thinking so much about every little thing you do. Because when you start feeling uncomfortable, when you're asking yourself those questions and you start feeling something here in your stomach, that means that you need some work to do and start aligning with your soul and with who you really want to become, guys. Do you really want to live in a van? If so, why you're not doing anything to change your life? You're not doing something to actually live in a van. Why don't you sell your car? Why don't you get a van instead? Why you're not doing every little step you need to do in order to live that dream life that you're saying you want to have? Why so many of you leave me a comment saying, oh, you're living my dream, but then you don't improve your life. You're just in your couch, just complaining and wishing your life was better when you're not doing anything about it. That's the problem. One of the first things you're gonna have to do is create new habits. And they say that pretty much to create a new habit, you need to do it consistently for at least 21 days. When things get hard and stuff like that, you tend to just, oh, I'm not gonna do this today. Oh, I'm gonna do that tomorrow. If I don't exercise today, it's okay. Oh, if I don't save up today, that's fine. But no, it's not, because the key to success is consistency. It's not to do things perfectly, it's to not giving up on the things you want to do. It's the hardest part, but once you get there, it's like a little mountain. It has some ups and downs, but you don't have to let yourself go because you didn't do something one day. You gotta get back on the horse the next day. Key is consistency and not putting excuses. Right here behind me, there is an entrance to this tree, and back in the day, it used to be a place where you could sleep in here and basically camp inside of the tree, but it got burned, so they closed it to the public long time ago. But what I'm about to show you is very impressive. Bear with me, because I get scared when I go in there all the time. Let's pray there is nothing hiding in there. Okay, I'm bringing a light in here because it's so, oh my gosh, huge. Oh my gosh. Guys, I have no idea how much you can see, but I'm inside of the tree. Holy moly. Honestly, this is a nice spot. I can totally see myself living here. If I had a little door, it seems pretty safe. Insane, it's huge. I can jump in here. It's huge. Yeah, I could totally put my stuff back here, the bed in the middle. Holy moly, huge. This is inside of the tree, guys. It's the entrance right there. In my life, I had to reinvent myself a lot of times. For example, recently, after the death of my father and the death of Philip, my divorce, learning how to be like by myself, completely like an independent woman after being married for almost 10 years. For example, before I moved here, I was a bartender and I used to drink, I used to party, and then I moved here and I became a nanny. I completely changed my diet, I completely changed my mindset. I started waking up super early and taking care of my body way more. And then shortly after, I started living in a van. My whole perspective on clothing and material stuff shifted completely because I moved into a really small space. When I was a bartender, I used to care so much about how many dresses and outfits and high heels I had because I needed to wear something different every night for me to align with the person I was. But then I moved in a van and I was like, well, 4 shoes are enough. A couple things in my closet are enough. So I've been constantly recalibrating who I needed to be in order to align with the person I am in the present moment. Sometimes it's not easy, like realigning constantly. Like when my father died, I had to shift my mindset that he wasn't gonna be there anymore. And that's hard. You have to calibrate and think you're stronger than you think you are, and you have to act like it. Because if you don't believe in yourself in these pivotal moments, then you're lost and you're gonna be in a spiral of depression and anxiety that I didn't want to be. So it's hard sometimes, guys. It's hard to realign with who you really want to be. I'm not saying that this is easy, but you can do this at any age. You can see, like, you can realign your thoughts, you can read different books, you can hang out with different people. You don't need to be young to do all of these things. One thing that I think is super important is to not compare yourself with other people. And I'm saying this because you cannot compare your chapter number 1 with somebody else's chapter number 12. So, for example, you should not compare yourself with me if you want to live in a van and you don't even have a van yet. Like, please, I've been living in a van for 11 years. I have 11 years of progress and understanding and new values. You cannot compare what I had at the very beginning when I started living in a van, a nomadic lifestyle, with what I have right now. What I could afford back then was something really rusty, something that to the eyes of many, it looked not good. I describe this as the process of climbing a ladder. So basically, if you're in the first step and you see somebody that already reached the top, does it make sense that you compare yourself from the bottom to whoever is on the top? No, it makes no sense. But what it means is that the person that was on top once was there on the bottom with you, was there on the bottom. And what they did that you're not doing, they didn't give up and they kept climbing one step every time. Doesn't mean that every time they climb it one step, they didn't fall 3 or 4 back down and then they stopped. No, they probably fall a couple times and then they decided that they were gonna keep going up no matter how many times they fall. They kept going up until they reached the top. No matter how tired they were, they kept going. That's the difference between someone that does change their life and live their dreams and whoever doesn't. Because whoever doesn't, they stayed on the bottom and never reached the top. Perhaps living in a van is not for you. Perhaps you think that it is for you because you just see all these people like me on social media, on YouTube, and you're like, oh, wow, what a beautiful life. And then you get your van and you start like realizing, oh my God, it breaks down. Oh my God, I don't know where to park. Oh my God, I don't know what to do with myself. Oh, I don't really like van life. Well, you tried it, you experienced it, and you realize it's not for you. That means that you're a failure? No, that means that you really tried. You're successful on your quest. Get a new dream, get a new goal, get new things to work on yourself, on your family, on your economy, and everything. Perhaps living in a van is way too ghetto for you, and you only can know that after you try. So sometimes the only thing you need is to try. I know. It's hard to put yourself out there. I know. It's hard. It's embarrassing. I know it's hard to do things that you have no idea what you're doing. I know. Believe me, I've been there. And yeah, when you put yourself out there, sometimes you might not believe in yourself all the way because you know that you're not acting with confidence. So one thing I would suggest is to pretend to be confident until you feel it inside, because sometimes I do that. It's not that I'm always confident. I'm walking around towns that nobody knows me, but I'm walking with so much confidence that people think that I live around here. I don't. I live in my van. I just stepped here in this town. I don't know anybody, but the way I'm walking, the way I'm presenting myself, the way I introduce myself, the way I smile to others, it makes a difference. So smile from your heart. Say hello to everybody and put yourself out there. And yeah, we all have this family member, this friend, somebody that me. They tell us like we cannot do this, how we're gonna do that, how we're gonna pay for this. It's not sustainable to try to live like this. Somebody's gonna try to make you think like they think. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, even myself, when I read some comments of you guys that are really mean and basically try to hurt me, I'm not gonna say that they don't hurt me. They do, because I'm an empath, because words matter. Yeah, there is times like these last few months that I haven't posted. It's not that I let those people influence me to feel horrible, but mentally I was not really feeling good to be like sharing my life and myself with others when I keep feeling like people just wanted to hurt me. I was like, oh, you want to hurt me? Okay, cool. Miss me, because I'm not going to be around for you. I'm going to keep living my life. I'm going to keep being awesome, dude, but without you looking at my stuff, because I've been doing this way before I had a YouTube channel for 11 years, until someone told me, you should have a YouTube channel, girl. Like, what are you doing that you're not sharing your stuff? Like, there is other fake van lifers out there that most likely, that's what I'm saying, don't compare yourself with others, because like, look at 2020, 2021, all the van lifers that they were lying to you, telling you, look, van life is so good, and then they all got land, a house, and now none of them are doing van life. They're only doing seasonal van life just to get views when their channel flops. Don't let others influence your thoughts and who you are, because most likely they are projecting their fears on you, jealousy, and toxicity. And anyone that has changed knows that with change comes criticism, even from your family, best friends, and people that you work with, literally, you name it. Sometimes you're so excited, like, oh, I have a dream. I really want to get a boat. And then you go ahead and the first person you go talk to is your mom. And you're like, I think I'm going to get a boat. And then your mom is like, a boat? They're so expensive. Why would you want to get a boat? It's so hard to keep up with a boat. I would never get a boat. And then you're like second guessing your idea. And you're thinking like, well, maybe she's right. But then you have to go back to yourself and be like, well, that's my dream, not yours. That's my life, not yours. And so far, I always achieved whatever I wanted in my life. Why not now? If you are progressing in your life, you're gonna change. And if you see people around you that never change, perhaps you need to find new people that progress and evolves, and you can have deeper and better conversations instead of always the same gossip, you know? If you're watching this video, it's because you wanna have that rebirth of your soul. You wanna be something better every day, you know? So sometimes staying around people that is a stagnant energy and that they always really negative, or that they don't know what they want and they're always like, yeah, whatever, yeah, this is okay. Like, that's what you're gonna be. That's what you're gonna be. If you touch that, it's gonna close, you'll see. I feel like Captain Jack Sparrow. Sometimes it's better to be alone, because at least you're gonna be yourself and you're gonna do what really is in your head, not someone else's head. You know, be okay with feeling, you know, rejected from people that you met before, because you're gonna make them feel bad, because they see you progressing, they see you changing, they see you accomplishing your dreams, and they're not. They're just living their life as they are every day. So don't be afraid. People is gonna put you to the side, not inviting you to some things, talking your back. Great. They weren't your friends in the first place. They weren't good family members in the first place. So look for your tribe, you know, like you and I, we're aligned. And sometimes, guys, I would say that silence is key. Sometimes you don't have to tell anyone what you're doing, what you want to do, your goals. Sometimes moving in silence. You and the universe, you and God, you and yourself, whatever you want to put it. Silence. Shut your mouth. That's why right now I spent like 5 months not posting videos, because I learned that if you don't have anything good to say, just don't say anything, dude. Just shut up, keep moving, keep introspecting. Let's check the fluids, shall we? Like you can see right here is like my garage. Oil, ATF, and coolant, because I've been leaking all of these 3 fluids. I've been leaking all of these fluids, so I know the van is not doing good. There is certain things that are not working. So going 30 miles an hour uphill is leaking a lot of coolant when I'm parking kind of like tilted. So there is a leak somewhere. And I keep checking the coolant levels so I don't overheat, because we don't want to overheat, obviously. I had 2 different leaks with the ATF fluid, and they were coming from 2 hoses, and basically was like the little clamp was loose. Creo que el leak viene de acá, o aquí hay un leak bastante grande. ¿Esto qué es? So I tied it up a little bit, and then since then I don't have any more leaks of ATF, but I keep checking the fluids every time I'm driving, just in case. So that's what we're gonna do right now. I could totally be sponsored by O'Reilly's at this point, really. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Whoo! Yep, I already know it.
Hey Gino, you going dumb.
Yes. Woof. Seems a little low, so I'm gonna add a little bit of oil, just a little bit. Well, this is the oil this van needs. We're gonna add just like a little bit of it.
Do it for fun, man, I do it for fun. Trying to build sound, no bricks. All I do is flip these beats, giving them smoke like weeds. All about the green like weed, and I want the blue like cheese. Spend a couple G's on my
Yeah, perfect, dude. That means perfect. Alright, going in. And like you can see, the levels of my coolant so far are in the max. So let's check the ATF. Okay, it's a little hard to find, but that right here is the ATF reservoir. That seems like it's topped off even higher than it's supposed to be, but well, that's good. That means that I fixed the leak. Alright, so I just checked all the fluids. Everything seems good to go for now. But doesn't mean that my van is running good. My van is running like really bad. There is something up with the van, guys. Let's hope it's nothing really bad, because she doesn't go uphill more than 30 miles an hour. So far, doesn't look good, guys. Doesn't look good. Leave a comment if you think that taking care of a van like this is a nightmare, because for me, it's just becoming like the regular thing every day, but it's a little nightmare. It is. I look every day underneath my vehicle to look for leaks. Y esto es rojo, y ese de aquí, pues exactamente no sé de dónde coño viene. And check my fluids. But yeah, life ain't easy when you drive a 40-year-old van. Always clean this up before I make a mess, because people say that I'm very clean on the videos and that they don't believe that everything in my van is so clean. But then, when people really meet me in person in a random parking lot, oh, believe me, it's as clean. And now we're good to go on a little drive and see if the van is gonna even make it there. Jesus, my life's so weird. My van keeps just making weird noises and it's not really having any power. I honestly think my engine is blown and I might need a new one. So. Look at that, I'm going 40 miles an hour on the f***ing highway, dude. Like, what's going on? This is not good, guys. What's going on? Every freaking car is passing by. And I cannot do anything, dude. It just doesn't go faster. Guys, I think I've blown the motor. The motor is toasted, guys. Oh my gosh. Jesus. Look at these, guys. It's like not even going more. It's like shaking because it doesn't go faster than that. All the cars are literally passing me. Oh my gosh. Gotta get water. I'm gonna use this bag that I have really handy because they don't have hookups for my hose. So this is how I'm going to fill up the water. We're gonna have to aim really good on this. Whoa, look at that. I'm a champion. I'm probably gonna need 2 more of these. And propane, and now I gotta get food. If you're watching this video, please make sure to leave a comment and share with me things that you do to reinvent yourself. I would love to know. And everybody else is probably gonna benefit from the comment section. I don't want to have a toxic comment section, so please don't be a bad person. If you are gonna be a bad person, karma is real. I'm just gonna say that. And you're talking about yourself when you're saying mean things to me. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh my God, what she's saying, say it loud, yeah. I can't respect it, I'm in the gym, but I am not flexing. Came from a Ford, I'm needing a Lexus. Shooting like Luca, I told him I'm next. Just shooting like Luca, said that I can't, but I told him I do it. Up in the morning, I sweat it, it's brewing. Hitting these goals like I play for the Bruins. Thought that I told him I can't, but was